Okay. Would you please state your name, hometown, and how long you've been a mystery diner, and your phone number?
Hi, my name is Hunt Scarrett. My number is 504-312-2760. I am from Pensacola, Florida originally.
Okay. What's it like?
Well, I've been a mystery diner for the last 10 years. What's it like? It is the spectrum from A to Z. I've had great experiences. I've had terrible experiences. I've had a lot of mediocre experiences. I started out in my family's restaurant. We had a little seafood restaurant called Chet's there in West Florida, and I did everything from deboning the catfish to making hush puppies to learn how to make the grits. And then I sort of worked my way up. My first mystery dining experience was actually in truck stops. So there's truck stops called Love's Truck Stops, and I would evaluate the diner food. Stuckey's hired me. I worked my way up to Applebee's and TGI Fridays, and then basically I'm freelance now, and I have done everything from casual dining to uh, four-star restaurants.
Great. Tell me what is the worst experience you've ever had?
The worst experience was a resort down in the Yucatan called Playa del Carmen. It was a pretty cheap resort, but it was in a conglomerate of resorts in Central and South America, and I was hired to basically check them out. The food was pretty terrible, just buffet dining every night. Um, I call it cruise ship food. A lot of, you know, prime rib and, overdone chicken and green beans and mashed potatoes. Basically, it was, food from the U.S. that they were recreating in Mexico. So I wanted to have an authentic Mexican dining experience. I went out to a local taqueria and I had a pork tongue enchilada. And actually, I have to say, pork tongue can be pretty tasty. Um, the men in the restaurant broke out the Patron. We had about 6 rounds uh, of this Patron, and then they started bringing out the scorpions. And basically, there's a game that you play where you try to trap the scorpion under the shot glass. They cut the tail off, and then you're supposed to eat the thorax or the main body of the scorpion because that is supposed to make you more virile. I guess it's like a version of eating the worm at the end of the bottle. So after a pork tongue sandwich, um, a couple scorpions, and about a dozen shots of tequila, I didn't feel so good.
Yes, I can imagine. How do you evaluate?
I basically have come up with a system of 4 areas. Uh, Cleanliness, of course, ambiance, uh, service, and then the food. And then I break down those 4 areas into 5 subcategories. I write up a report. Um, in a lot of corporations, they like, they already have the criteria. So I've sort of boiled down all the criteria from all of the different corporate experiences and then some of my own so that I can try to really hone in on what is working and what is not working. I find that if you give too much criticism, that uh, it confuses them. So I try to boil it down into 2 or 3 areas that they can improve instead of, say, 10 areas that they can improve. And that's why restaurants are going to hire me, basically, because I have the experience, I'm thorough, you get a report at the end, and you get some very concrete suggestions on how to improve the dining experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Uh, Not really. I mean, the only thing that I would add is that um, food is in my blood. That's how my grandparents made a living. Um, coming from the South, food is love. It's how we get to know each other. It's how we laugh. It's how we tell stories. Is that you gather around a table and you tell stories and you laugh and you eat a lot of food.
Okay, thank you.